What's up, everybody? My name is Adriel Black, a professional in wrestling. Welcome to my review about Women Wrestling Season 3, Episode 14, right here on the PW Hustle Zone. And before I get to any matches, before I get to my review, there's one thing I want to mention that I talked about last week in my review. I mentioned that I wish they had Penelope Pink, Jay Jones, and the Clapmaster already in Battle Royal, because they were going to have matches against the Beast for World Championship, but never happened. Well, they did it. They did my idea, but for one superhero, that being the Clapmaster. Now, I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad about it. I'm not upset that he put the Clapmaster in without her qualifying. But it's the way they put it in the Battle Royal. They gave her the opportunity. It's literally the same thing I said just now. Like, you had Jay Jones and Penelope Pink they were going to have World Championship matches, but the Beat didn't show up. As a matter of fact, Penelope Pink won her World Championship number one contention match against Prince Ozzy in the first episode of Season 3. Then, weeks later, Jay Jones was going to have a match against the Beast for a World Championship, but she didn't show up. That's where the whole no-show thing started with the Beast. And then Jones and Pink went back and forth, see who the real number one contender. Then you have Clapmaster just doing nothing, to the point that, Samantha Smart wanted to jump in and have her be part of the whole championship picture. You know, she was nowhere near the championship picture to begin with. So she had a match against Tana Garrett. She gets the opportunity for a World Championship, and the Beast didn't show up until later in the night in that episode that we see the Beast quitting WoW. Now we had a Clapmaster in a Battle Royal, no qualifying match in sight. So Penelope Pink had to qualify last week, and Jay Jones, you may not have her in a qualifying match because she's tag team champions. So this is why I said what I said about them not going with my plan, because it makes too much sense. This right here makes no sense at all.
And I mean, folks, where's the lie?
Speaking of stuff that don't make sense, Top Tier, they come out to the ring because they have the first match of the night, a trios match for the trios titles, that's what we thought. But before anything else happens, we gotta hear from Coach Campanelli, and only Coach Campanelli, because God forbid we allow anyone else to talk. But he just says, doesn't matter if it's single competition, tag team, or trios action, we're always ready. And of course, Kane Coach trying to talk on the microphone, and Coach snatches the mic away for her. Like, dude, again, allow someone else on Top Tier to talk, because I'd rather have Kane Coach talk than anyone else. Kane Coach and Glory Glare. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, they have a trios match, but little did we know, end up being a tag team match, because the opponents were going to be Pat Riley, Tiki, Chamorro, and Lil J Boogie. But Lil J Boogie is out with injury, because he comes out with a sling on her left arm, and she says she was dancing to the point that she got hurt. And we don't know how long she's going to be out. This is the first time we've seen Lil J Boogie in WoW during Season 3, because I thought she was out. I thought she was not on the roster this season, because 14 episodes in, I thought she was not going to be on the show. But I guess I was wrong. Before they made her entrance with the Babyfaces, Pat Riley gets stopped by Chainsaw, and Chainsaw gives Pat Riley a Black Daisy, similar to what Pat Riley did, giving Chainsaw a White Daisy a few episodes ago. But we all know how that turned out. They still slowly, you know, continuing this friendship storyline with Pat Riley and Chainsaw, and we don't know what it's gonna lead to. But the more I see them developing the storyline, this friendship, the more I'm interested. I wish I could say the same thing about this match between Pat Riley and Tiki Chamorro versus Kane Quest and Glory Glare, but I can't, because this, like, the very few minutes of the match was just bosses galore from Tiki Chamorro's end. She clearly bosses the 619 to Glor. It's just like someone was off from Tiki Chamorro in that match, but I'm not gonna blame her. I'm not gonna crap on her the whole match up, but I will say it got a little bit better towards the end. Pat Riley, she has made slight improvements in the ring. She still had a lot to learn. She got a long way to go, but I can sense she's getting better in the ring. But she got this matchup with Fire. Take in there with Kane Crush, and the close most of the matchup. You had Pat Riley in control, but Kane Crush stopped her in the trash. To go for her version of attitude adjustment, but Pat Riley countered with a pin. Glor breaks up the pin. Instead of staying on Kane Crush, she proceeds to turn around, look at a Glor like this, and she gets caught with the lights out from Kane Crush. 1, 2, 3, and top tier wins. LOL.
We do not care.
Second matchup is a Wild Battle Royal qualifying match. We got Ashley Blaze, who got a VIA package before her match. It's funny because there's a VIA package for Ashley Blaze right now. And there's a VIA package later on in the show for Xena Phoenix. Blaze, Phoenix, like.
Aha! Aha!
Anyway, she talks about being into sports, growing up, playing basketball, volleyball. She was on the track team at one point, and years after that, she ended up being a wrestler. And during her wrestling career, she tore her ACL and meniscus on her left knee. I was thinking to myself, I just know she's gonna have a hard time this matchup against her opponent. Who's her opponent? Funny may ask, because her opponent none other than Genesis. If you see any Genesis matches throughout WoW, you just know that whenever you have an injury, she gotta go after that injury head on. Doesn't matter if it was a bad knee, arm, shoulder, back, doesn't matter. She gotta go after that injury the whole match. And that's what she did. She went after Ashley Blaze's knee the whole match. Countless submission holds on Ashley Blaze on that left knee, and just doing like smashing the knee every chance she gets. And at one point, you had Ashley Blaze countering a leg lock on I think it was a modified Indian deathlock, and she countered with a sunset flip, and she hit the brings the shatter onto Genesis. Only for some time before Genesis broke up real quick. Ashley Blaze did her thing. She tried her best to survive against Genesis, but it was just too much for her. But at one point in this matchup, you had Ashley Blaze doing her best set-1 suppressing, because throughout the whole match, her knee was banged up the whole match. She was selling the knee. She couldn't walk on the knee. She could barely stay on the knee. She couldn't do anything with her knee. But once she gets her comeback, once she get ready to close them onto the matchup, she's attacking Genesis to get out of the corner. That's her knee. Her knee is magically healed because she hit the super kick to the back of the leg of Genesis and the drop kick to the back of Genesis, and she went from one corner to the next, leaps over Genesis, does a second wall moonsault, only got a 2 count. The moonsault looked great. I'm not knocking her athletic ability. I mean, I think the moonsault was great, but you did all that where your knee was supposed to be banged up 80% of the match. But after she kicked out of the moonsault, you were like, oh, I forgot, I gotta sell the knee. But Genesis finds a way to distract Ashley Blaze by attempting to take off the knee brace of Ashley Blaze and distract her a little bit to the point that she turns around and gets hit with a tornado kick from Genesis. 1, 2, 3, and after demanding to be part of a qualifying match for the Battle Royal, Genesis qualified for the Battle Royal for the World Championship. But you already know, another win, another promo for Genesis. But this promo was won by David rebuttal and talking over her. Every freaking promo that happens in the ring or backstage. Dude, can you please just
shut up?
Thank you. Took the word out of my mouth. But Genesis says, Ashley Blaze, she's a great competitor. Wow, But y'all made a mistake putting this match up to me because he's not very smart. He says, I'm waiting for that World Championship, and there's only one match that stands between me and that championship. All I gotta do is throw over 11 superheroes over the top rope till there's only one left. You already know who it is. And she points out her top with her name on it, and she stands tall. The only the X. Semi-main event, we have versus Veronica VaRoom taking on Xena Phoenix. They have a video package for Xena Phoenix before this matchup. It was a good video package, if I do say so myself. Yeah, well, not much to say about this match other than the fact that you have Veronica VaRoom attacking Xena before the matchup. Because he take it too long to get take it too long in her interest. But as soon as the match bell rang, Xena took advantage of the situation right away. She worked on the arm, set up for that arm breaker as she does to tap up all her opponents so far. Veronica VaRoom, she did okay here. It was some minor bosses, minor miscommunication here and there, but it wasn't like terrible to the point that I did not like this match. It was still a good match nonetheless. Veronica VaRoom did a pretty good stinger splash in the corner onto Xena. But as much as he tried to take down Xena Phoenix, to no avail, as Xena eventually grabs a hold of her arm and she taps her out in seconds. And Xena Phoenix still undefeated, three in a row for Xena, as he sped up more momentum to the Battle Royal for World Championship. Before the main event, we hear from the challengers and champions, since this is a tag title match. We hear from Ambulance Tank, Carrie Jinx, and Golden Collins. They really didn't say much to the very end of the promo. They just talk about how they tagged the belts will look good on us, and Carrie Jinx says, people wonder why me and you are tagging together. I mean, we do have a animal instinct, yeah, we get it, we got it, call it animal instinct, we get it, we know, we don't care, respectfully. But it's the line that Golden Collins says that caught me off guard. She says, Big Betty, J. Jones, we know that you two hillbillies just share something too.
I don't even know if that's PG.
And I'm here for the champions, Big Reds and Bourbon. And I believe that Big Red Bay might be watching my reviews, cause she called Animal Instinct cat talk. Every time I do my reviews, I always refer to Carrie Jinx and Golden Collins as Team Cat Dog. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to assume anything. But she may be watching my reviews, cause I just might be a funny coincidence. But she asked Jessie Jones how she feels about Animal Instinct, and she says, well, they got good potential in the future, but compared to 30+ years of experience, this first title fight is gonna be a walk in the park. Now time for the main event. Big Reds and Bourbon defending against Team Cat Dog and Animal Instinct. And I wish I could say it was a really good matchup. Like, both teams did well, but unfortunately, not much happened in this match. I mean, yeah, Team Cat Dog did their thing as a tag team. They did the Call a while. The Jawbreaker from Carrie Jinx, the Esmag from Golden Collins, Carrie Jinx to hit the mousetrap, the leg DDT that she does, and she hit the scorpion kick that hit the air. I mean, you can barely see her touching I believe Jessie Jones like this much. Like, she barely touched Jessie Jones with that scorpion kick, but it still looked good. You had Big Betty getting a hot tag after Jessie Jones was getting beat up the whole matchup by Animal Instinct, and just when they were gonna get hot, they were gonna get the upper hand and retain their titles. Out comes the former champions, Myers Heat, Lovey Lori, Leslie Lindsay, and they attack Big Reds and Bourbon, calling a DQ on Animal Instinct. So not only did they beat up on Big Red Bay and J. Jones, but they also caused Animal Instinct the championships. Which honestly doesn't matter to me, because how many times they have tag time matches from season 2 to now? How many times they have aside at the tag titles? So I mean, honestly, if they didn't have Sweet Heat interfere, would they gonna beat Davy Jones and Big Bay anyway? No, because they couldn't beat Big Bay and High Swag twice during season 2 for the Tag titles. What made us think they got beat Big Bay and Davy Jones? I'm just saying. I mean, call it a spade. But anyway, Sweet Heat attacks Davy Jones and Big Bay. Therefore, Big Woods and Bourbon are still the Raw Tag champions. And honestly, I just wait for that rematch for Sweet Heat, because they were PO'd that they didn't get a time match right then and there. I just know that either next week or the week after that, we gotta see a rematch for Raw Tag Championships against with Sweet Heat and Big Woods and Bourbon. It's only a matter of time, because the more they delay the time match, the more times Sweet Heat can attack Davy Jones and Big Betty. Like, just give him the match. That's my review of episode 14 of WoW season 3. You seen the episode? Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts are on it. If you haven't, check out all the matches that you missed on YouTube channel WoW Superheroes. They upload every Monday. After it airs on the weekend, they upload all the matches on Monday. So check it out if you miss any matches. And also, hope you guys are staying warm, staying safe, and staying out of the snow, because we just got hit a couple inches of snow not that long ago in Minnesota. So make sure you keep an eye out and just staying warm and stay out of the snow as much as possible. And yeah, don't forget, it's the season of Saint Nick, so don't be a dick. Okay? Anyway, I'm Mike. It was 8 Black. I'm out.